Morning. Le kae? Ke gona. Le tsogile botse? Mm.
Morning, colleagues. Kindly mute your mics and your camera up until we start at 10. Mr. Murabe, kindly switch off your camera. Thank you.
J'avoue. Je,
Morning, colleagues. Can we just give 5 more minutes for more people to get in? We'll start in about 5 minutes. Thank you.
Kulu said it.
Morning, colleagues. In the meantime, we are waiting for the program director. As the other colleagues are doing, can we currently write our names and our department's organizations so that we can have them on the register? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Go Live session. I want to start off by just acknowledging the presence of Dr. Mbulaini Mlauzi, who's our Director, ComDev National Department, and also the coordinators, the different coordinators, and Dr. Cornelia Hart, and all the members of the STEERCOM. I will not be able to recall everybody by name, but thank you so much for logging in this morning. We actually going to just request that you bear with us. The link, as you see, it should actually have an HTTPS, which AfriHost is working on. There's been a delay and we've been affected by load shedding. So they've reassured us that they would have the secure line ready in the next hour or so. So whereas you see the address www.SACSSP.comdev, it needs to have HTTPS right after the first dot from www. So we want you to go online with the secure address because we don't want to risk any of our information or your information. So please bear with us. As you all are aware of the impact of load shedding countrywide, it has also affected our secure walls and or the firewalls and everything else that has to be in place to make sure that we can go safely online without fearing that your IDs or your home address or whatever will be at risk. So for now, I will ask my colleagues, Mayor Williams, Ms. Millie Mthono, and Pam Mjundana to actually just greet everybody in the gallery and also to just remind everybody that with the online form, you're going to have to register as a new user practitioner. So they will just show that same landing page where you would, once you log on, it will take you to that page so that you can then register yourself as a new user. I have said at the pre-launch that all the people that were captured in the previous database form that we had will be imported. Once you log on and you have registered yourself as a new user, you will be able to update your information if you are already in the system. Any other new user who is a new applicant to be registered on the database will then have to put in all the necessary information because theirs will not be there. So I will ask my colleagues to just reveal the page that I was referring to with a yellow tab where it will say new user, because every one of us must register first as a new user. And then those whose information is there will be able to update or validate their information. So at the right time, and I think IT will guide us to say at exactly 12 o'clock, you can now access the secure line with the HTTPS that I was referring to. So I will ask first the ComDev unit to please just show, because I see new names that were not there on the launch or the pre-launch session. Just to reiterate for the benefit of all the people who are here today, the different steps, and then we will have IT address us in terms of when is AfriHost ready to release our secure line so that everybody can now start to interact with the system. Thank you, colleagues. You can go ahead, Pam.
Hello, Madam Register.
Yes, my dear.
Yes, should we go to the form?
Yes, please.
Okay. Good morning. I hope you're all good this morning and thank you for joining in. I'm just going to take you through the form as a new user because we're going to have two different groups of users. The old ones who have once registered on the old database, and then those ones, they're going to receive a unique reference number via email, and then they'll use their reference number to come and edit their information under edit user profile. And then for those who are the new users, they'll have to come to the tab where they create their new user profile. So you have to click on create user profile, click on it, then you'll get to the first page, which is the personal information where one needs to fill in their title, their first name, and so on. And kindly note that all the information on this form, they're mandatory. Should you not fill all of the information required, you will not be allowed to move to the next tab. As you can see at the top of the form, they are grayed out. So we need to fill the form so that we can go to the next tab. This is just a recap of what we did on the 29th. So you fill in the form. After you fill the form, you'll see a pop-up message indicating to us that we can actually move to the next part of the form, which will be our contact information. So we're just gonna go through and fill in. As you can see here, after filling in the date of birth, it automatically under ID number, which is identification number, it gives you the first 6 letters, and then you can just continue with the rest of the other numbers on your ID number. And passport, if you're using a passport, you put in your passport number, and then here, nationality, we are going.
Hello.
Hello.
We don't see your presentation.
Oh, okay. Can I please check with others? Can you all see the screen?
Yes,
We can see it
on my side. I can see.
Yes, we can.
On my side as well, I can see.
Okay.
She can see.
Okay. May you kindly restart your device maybe and then log in again? Because it seems to be a technical problem from your side, since majority of our people, they can see the form. Okay, thank you. I'm going to move to the next. Here we choose nationality. Should it not be South Africa, you say other. And then, like I indicated, you'll see a pop-up message giving you a go ahead to the next tab to fill in your information. So when you see this message, you just close the pop-up message and then you go up to the top of the form, then you choose the next tab. Please note that sometimes the pop-up message can actually come earlier before you finish filling in the information. Please just make sure that you fill in the form so that we have accurate information. Complex and house number. We actually had a question, a very important question to say, how about those people who don't have complex and house numbers in their areas? So that one will actually look into it so that we know that there's some people who don't have stand numbers and complex numbers. Okay, if you are still looking on the screen, you can see that a pop-up message came onto the screen before I could finish typing in my email address. And in this case, the email address is very crucial because we're going to use it to send you the unique reference number. So kindly go back to personal email tab and then fill in your email address should the pop-up come before you finish filling in your email address. Okay, as the pop-up came in earlier, it means I can actually go to the next tab, which is demographic information. Here we have a drop down. All you have to do is choose the correct option. The same thing, it came before I could fill in the disability. I have to go back, make sure it's completed before I move on to the next tab. Academic information. Under this section is either you do have a qualification or you don't. In case you don't have, you'll have to come here and click no. If you do have, you just leave it on yes, and then you continue filling in the information that is required. Here we have university where qualification was obtained, where we have all South African universities. And then please note that there's a provision that has been made for people who are actually attending or obtaining those qualifications from colleges and TVET colleges. So you'll come here and then put in the name of the college that you obtained your qualification from.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. Do you mind sharing the link again? I'm unable to access the form with the link that I got.
Okay. Can I please just, can you check on the chat box? They will type it out on the chat box for you.
Okay. Thank you. I did send a message on the chat box.
Oh, okay. No, we'll respond back to you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other people who are actually experiencing the very same issue with the link?
Yes.
Yes, we will just wait for the one that they send on the chat.
Oh, okay. What's happening?
Yes.
What error does it give you? What is it saying to you?
It just says that the page cannot be reached.
The page can't be reached. Okay.
Yes.
Which search engine are you using? Are you using Chrome or Microsoft Edge? If I may ask.
I'm using Microsoft Edge.
Okay. No, it's okay. I'll try to check with our IT. And then I just want to know how many are you? Can you please indicate on the chat box those who are actually experiencing the error, and then those who are actually going through, I will know so that we can just get numbers.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, which means different. It's popping out somebody else's information. When I try to edit, I go to edit user profile, you know, it continue to give other person's information.
Did you fill the form before? It's for the first time.
Not for the first time.
It's for the first time. Okay. You know what I'm actually thinking. Are you actually filling in as for yourself, or are you just testing?
No, I'm feeling for myself.
Okay, no, it's fine. Yeah. We're just gonna note it down. Can you please keep on trying? Try to restart and try.
Yeah, no, I tried it.
Okay. Okay. Can I please continue? Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Seal. Okay, I'm just going to continue with the form. So here the name of qualification is actually the ones that are included here are the qualifications for community development. But this one doesn't mean that if you don't have any qualification in relation to community development, you won't indicate it here. I will show you when we get to the bottom of the form what I was actually trying to indicate here. Okay, year of graduation. Okay, this section here is for those who have completed their qualification internationally. So if you have, it means you'll have to click on this drop down to fill this section here regarding the information of the qualification that you did obtain internationally. So I'm just going to leave that one out. With the fact of, let's say you have Bachelor of Social Work degree, maybe you are actually practicing as a community development, but with a social work degree, you'll say add here, it says other qualification, you'll say add, and then you'll name the qualification. Employment information is actually the same as academic information, where you have to indicate if you are employed or not employed. If you are not employed, you click no, it will take you straight to the next category. And then if yes, you'll have to provide the information of your employment. Again, please don't forget, should the pop-up message come right before you finish the form, close the pop-up message and complete the form before you move on to the next category. So we are on to the last category of the form, which is supporting documents. Here you're actually required to provide us with the requested document. We're actually looking for an identity document and then a degree in community development if under academic information you indicated that you do have a qualification. And then if you don't have a qualification, it will not request for a degree in community development. It will just request for other qualification that maybe you might be in process. So you're going to upload an ID number, an ID. And after we uploaded the ID, you can either upload degree if you do have at that time. But if you don't have it, please note that you actually don't have to, it doesn't have to delay you in submitting this important information to us. And also note that you'll be given a time period of 5 working days before you can actually come back to the form and provide us with those documents. So I'm just going to continue. After uploading, you add documents. It will say documents uploaded successfully at the top right corner of your device. We're going to go to the bottom of the page. If you can see here, we have a disclaimer where you have to declare if the information provided is indeed correct. And please note that you won't be able to submit before you can actually declare that the information it is indeed correct. After you've declared, you can kindly press the submit button. A pop-up message should pop right after the submit button to indicate that your uploading of information was successfully done. It will also provide you with your unique personal reference number to keep safe. And in this message here, it will actually also be sent to your email address, indicating that this reference number it will be in use for in case you want to do inquiries or you want to update your information onto the form. Like I indicated earlier, you can always come back to the form and upload the other required documents you do not have them at the time. So we're just going to take the reference number. This reference number is the one that I was talking about when I indicated that the old registrants who have registered on the old database, they were going to only receive this reference number. After receiving this reference number, they're going to go onto the form. When they log into the form, they're going to use this tab here, which indicates edit user profile. They're going to click on it, fill in the reference number that they obtained, and then they go through to the form and then they'll find the information there. Should you want to change your name, your cell phone numbers, your address, your academic information, your employment information, uploading of documents, you will do so. And then after doing so, you'll have to also submit, and then your information will be updated successfully. So that will be all. Is there anything that you'd like to ask? Hello? Any questions?
I note the hand of Golden and Chris Engelbrecht. So we will, and Molatezi, Ramarupi, Dr. Jali Malusi. So we will start in that order. Golden first, followed by Chris Engelbrecht, followed by Molatezi and Dr. Jali.
Good morning, colleagues. I would like to ask, what is the intention of this registration? Because you have mentioned that even though you do not have a relevant qualification, you may still apply. I just want to find out what will be the consequence of not having the relevant qualification in registering in this. Will it affect your categorization for placement in a working environment or what? And also another question is to determine if there will be any liable fee for this registration from here and onwards. Thank you.
Thank you,
Good morning, everybody.
Hang on with responses. Let's take the questions and then we can give one collective response. Engelbrecht.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My question is with the contact details. You ask a street number, a street name, the suburb, whatever. Where I'm coming from, many of us are staying on farms or villages. We don't have street numbers, street names, etc. So it means because it's a compulsory cell, it's not going to allow us to move forward. I think you will just need to relook that part of the form, please.
Thank you, Chris. We note that. Mulatezi.
Good morning. So remind is covered by Engelbrecht.
Thank you. Dr. Jali.
Good morning, everybody. Let me start to appreciate DSD National and all people who participated so far. This is progress. My question is, let's say maybe someone is submitting the documents like certificates, more than one. Does this form provide that allowance or only submit one certificate? Because I was just checking, you put master's degree as the highest certificate. Like others, they used to say, put your highest qualification. Then if you put master's, it shall have covered almost other degrees that are lower than that. Does this form allow us to put more than one certificate? Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Brendan Williams.
Hi. My question was basically covered by the first question. I also would just like to know the purpose of this whole form and where it's going.
Okay, thank you so much. Are there any other questions before we give responses to the 5 people who raised their hands earlier? If you could kindly lower your hands so that we are able to spot any new hands. I will allow my team, Sis Anna, if you've got any responses, and then I'll just support them in terms of the responses they've given. Sis Anna? Those who've already raised questions, please remove your hands, lower your hands so that we can identify new hands.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. Thank you, Madam Registrar. Good morning, colleagues. Yes, in terms of the questions, the 3 questions, I'm just going to respond on that. The first question is there a fee that needs to be paid to utilize our online verification form? There is no fee attached to the completion of the online verification form. It's a form that's freely accessible on your laptop or your desktop. And if you are going to use it on your cell phone, obviously there will be service provider fees. On the second question, in terms the purpose of today's session, is that the session is just to take you through the form with the intent of us creating a database of all the community development practitioners in the country. The database will be utilized for the compilation of a national voters roll. The voters roll will be used during the nominations and the election process that will assist us with the establishment of a professional board for community development practitioners. And any practitioner who have not accessed the online verification form before the closing date that will be communicated to the sector will not be eligible to participate in the nomination and the election process. So it's therefore very imperative for all practitioners to be part of this